Hello YouTube and welcome back to another episode of the weekend preview right here on our YouTube channel. The ball is round. I am your host Aaron Smith, and let me tell you, we have lots to talk about today in football as we have some big feature matches for this weekend in the top European football leagues. But before we get into it, remember to subscribe to our channel, remember to like this video, and remember to turn on the notification bell to keep up to date with our football content. Also remember to share our channel with others, with your family, with your friends, with your people at the workplace, with your church members, with everybody, so that they can keep up to date with our football content as well. And also check out our various platforms on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Now that we're done with the prelims, let's get right into the action. So we're starting this week's episode with one of the biggest games in world football. The two best teams in German football take center stage this weekend as Borussia Dortmund hosts Bayern Munich in their Klassiker. And what a game this is going to be. I see this game as a talented young team taking on the best team in the world. The females would say period. But I'm telling you, Bayern Munich is the best team in the world, but they're going to have a challenge on their hands as they travel away to take on the yellow and black Borussia Dortmund. In their last fixture in the Bundesliga, Bayern Munich came out with a 1-0 victory against the yellow and black side, and that was right after the teams came back from the COVID-19 layoff. But this is a different game as they're two different teams. The Borussia Dortmund front three is exceptional with the young talent that they have: Jadon Sancho, Erling Haaland, Jude Bellingham, Giovanni Reina and company. And this team is very good attacking wise, but my question is if they have the defensive capabilities to cope with what Bayern will be putting up against them. And I just don't know. They have good defenders. They signed Munir, they have Hummels, but will Hummels start this weekend? He was questionable for this game because of his injury and did not start in the week when Dortmund won in the Champions League. So will they be without Hummels for this game? If they're without Hummels, I would suspect that they will have a hard time against that Bayern Munich attack that will be coming at them every single possession. It's not going to be easy for this Dortmund side, and that's why I have to go with Bayern Munich for this game. Bayern Munich are the complete team in world football today. They have the players up top. They have the best striker in the world in Robert Lewandowski. They have signed my guy Leroy Sané, and they have Gnabry. They have the best midfield in the world, in my opinion, with Kimmich, Goretzka and Müller, and their backline is exceptional, sometimes questionable, but they have Neuer in goal who will cover for that defense. And to me, Bayern will win this game because they're the more complete side. As I said, Dortmund have a very good attack, but many times I'll say Dortmund do not have the defense and they will struggle this weekend against Bayern Munich. Now onto La Liga, and the champions of Spain take center stage this weekend. Real Madrid will be traveling away to Valencia in this week's feature game. And these are two of the more popular teams in Spanish football, and would usually prove to be an entertaining, competitive game. However, Valencia have not been on form this season, and I don't expect that to change this weekend as they come up against a Real Madrid side that has been winning for the past few games. However, Real Madrid have not impressed me so far this season. They have been pretty dreadful in the Champions League. Even though they won this week, their defense has been poor. The attack for Real Madrid has been improving with Hazard coming back and showing signs of quality. Benzema has always been on form, and the other youngsters in that attack, Asensio, Rodrigo, have been proving themselves to be better players this season. However, my concern for Real Madrid has to be the defense. The defense for Real Madrid has been poor so far this season. They have not kept a clean sheet since the start of October, and there has been many games played in October with the Champions League and La Liga. And for them to continue to improve as a team, this defense is going to have to improve. If they're going to go far in the Champions League, the defense has to improve. And I don't see that happening this season. But they're going to win this game this weekend as they have the better team, the better players. Valencia should be a team in the top half of the table, but currently sitting in 13th spot and need to improve. They have only won 2 games out of 8 so far. But that's not going to improve this weekend. As I said, Real Madrid for the win in this fixture this weekend. Now we move on to Serie A, and I have been praising the Serie A teams because it's such a more competitive league right now with many teams going after the title. And this weekend in our feature game, it will be 2 title contenders going to battle. Atalanta hosting Inter Milan. However, these 2 teams have been pretty inconsistent in my eyes, winning games at some stages but then losing games that they should be winning, and show a lack of defensive quality. More so on Atalanta's side, as they got thrashed by Liverpool this week in the Champions League. We know that Atalanta is an offensive side and looks to attack, but they completely disregard the game of defense, and that will come to hamper them as they go through this season, in my opinion. On Inter Milan's side, they have the defense, they have good defensive players, but have not been playing well defensively so far, and that has cost them some games, especially this week in the Champions League against Real Madrid, when they were so close to completing the comeback, but Real Madrid came back and won the game. But this game, I think Inter Milan will take it again because Atalanta disregards the game of defense, and I think Inter Milan will just take them apart in the attacking third. We'll have to wait and see if Lukaku starts, because of course he did not start in the Champions League this week, so hopefully he is able to play this weekend, and hopefully he is able to score more goals, because I tell you, Lukaku is one of the best players in world football, one of the best strikers, in world football today. Finally, we're on to the Premier League, and I will never sit on this show and predict a Manchester United win again. Manchester United are dreadful. I'll say that as a football fan and not a City fan, because of course if I was saying it as a City fan, I'll be so happy right now. But as a football fan, it's really bad. I cannot watch Manchester United games anymore because they have been playing so badly. After those few victories against PSG and Leipzig, we're hoping that yes, this was a turn for the good. But Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is such a poor manager. He will not start the correct team. He does not realize that he needs to leave Pogba on the bench. Leave Pogba at home. Pogba is awful. And it's horrible to see this team continue to suffer. However, this weekend they're in one of our feature matches. They'll be taking on Everton at Goodison Park. And both of these teams have been on poor form. More so in the case, more disappointing in Manchester United than in Everton's case, because of course Everton are playing without James Rodriguez, who is their most influential player in my opinion. But I don't know what to expect from this game. I'm gonna have to go with a draw. As I said, I'm not predicting another Manchester United win on this show because they're playing poorly. I cannot sit down and watch 2 hours of a football match and get a 0-0 draw. In the case of the Chelsea game, I will not sit and watch Manchester United waste my time again because they have been playing poorly in the past few games. And for this game, I'm expecting a draw because, of course, these 2 teams have been playing poorly and are in bad form. But we move on, and the biggest game for this weekend has to be the 2 best teams in England, Manchester City hosting Liverpool at the Etihad. This is gonna be a very good game. I've been waiting for this game since the end of last season. I think the 2 teams have changed drastically over the summer transfer window, and it's gonna be a very good game. What am I expecting from this game? The key players for this game: Mohamed Salah, Kevin De Bruyne, Sadio Mane, and the defensive pairing of Laporte and Ruben Diaz. So let's start with Liverpool, who have won their last 5 games in all competitions. This Liverpool side looked very scary. I have to say, they looked very scary in that game against Atalanta this week. They came up against an Atalanta side who made it to the knockout stages of the Champions League last season, but they destroyed Atalanta. Atalanta had no chance against Liverpool this week, and the main man for Liverpool that we saw this week was Diogo Jota. Jota is proving to be one of the best signings in the summer transfer window. He adds something to that Liverpool team. I can't tell you what it is, but he just adds something different, another option instead of Mane or Firmino or Salah. And the big question is, will he start this weekend? Many people have been asking me, but I don't think he'll start. I think Klopp will go with his familiar front three with Firmino, Mane, Salah. But Jota coming off the bench is going to be something else. City have to be wary of Jota coming on the bench, off the bench. Other big news though, of course, Liverpool are without Van Dijk, and we saw in that Atalanta game that Atalanta had chances, but they didn't take them, of course. But they're coming up against a City side who may take more chances than Atalanta will. So we'll have to watch out for the defense of Liverpool, and that's why I think defense versus defense may be the key to this game on Sunday. Now, speaking about defense, City now have a very good defensive partnership at centre back, and I praise God that Mendy will not be starting as well. I'm liking the partnership between Laporte and Ruben Diaz. They have kept, I think, 1 clean sheet. Even though it's only 1 clean sheet so far, City has kept 2 clean sheets in the last 2 games. So that's something for me to be happy about. And the defense is going to have to be on point against that Liverpool attack this weekend. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Diaz is proving to be another good signing in this transfer window so far, and we just have to wait and see. But another issue that we'll have to look at as well for this game is if Ferran Torres will start. He has been on good form, and he is showing his versatility as a player. He's usually playing on the right, but has been playing down the center as a center forward for City in the past few games because, of course, of Jesus' injury and Aguero's injury. But Jesus is back now, and we'll have to wait and see what Pep does. Will he start Ferran Torres or will he start Gabriel Jesus? We'll just have to wait and see. In my opinion, I think Pep should start Gabriel Jesus because he's a more proven striker than Ferran Torres, but we'll just have to wait and see. But no, my predictions for this game on the weekend, and the same way that I will never predict a win for Manchester United again is not the same way for my side, Manchester City. I will never predict a loss for Manchester City, and that's why I'm going with City for the win this weekend. They're my team. They will produce. I said at the start of the weekend preview on a whole that if City is going to win the title, they need to be consistent, and one way they're going to be consistent is by beating Liverpool in both fixtures for the season. This is the first one for the season, and they're going to win this weekend at the Etihad in this big clash. So those were our feature matches for the top 4, sorry, we haven't been doing French League, for the top 4 European football leagues. If you like this video, leave a like down below. Remember to comment your predictions for these matches below. I haven't been seeing many comments down below, so make sure you comment down below. Remember to click on the notification bell to keep up with our content. Remember to subscribe to our channel. Remember to follow us on our various platforms on Instagram, on Facebook, and on Twitter, and also to check out our podcast. A new video came out earlier this week with a clip of our podcast, so go and check that out, and go and click the link down below with all of our full podcast episodes. But again, thanks for watching, thanks for the support. Remember to go and watch those matches this weekend. Have a good rest of the day.